Garage, and Kate is running the camera. We are doing a Sunday service live holiday edition, and we're doing our giveaway today, doing a Q&A. So if you guys are joining in on the live for Sunday service, if you want to jump on the chat, Mike's going to be kind of watching the chat. I'm going to open up the chat on my iPad over here, and we're going to do answering some Q&A like we always do. If there's something you want to see in the shop that you see in the background you want to see more of, just drop us a comment down below. At 11:15, so in 45 minutes, we're going to be doing the drawing. We're going to actually pull the winners for the Christmas giveaway or the winter giveaway. We did a video with our last mail call where we gave you all the stuff you're going to be getting first, second, and third. So if you commented on that video, you've already been entered, and I'm going to be doing a random drawing like on a website that we can click a button. It'll randomly pick 3 winners, and then you're going to know who's going to win. And I'm also going to pick, randomly, we're going to pick a couple people that are commenting in the chat and give away something random laying around the shop for fun. If I pick you as a winner, and we announce it over the video, make sure you send us an email, irontrapgarage@gmail.com, with your name and your actual name, username, and your mailing address to let us know that you're claiming your prize that I did for the giveaway. So we're going to jump on the chat. Let me open up the chat over here, and we're going to... Moon's also hanging out today. He's got his winter jacket on. I'm going to open up the chat. So give me 1 second here. Can you see any comments?
Yep. Good morning, everybody.
Morning. All right, so I got the chat open. Doing a little matrix thing here. All right. So I've got the chat open. I'm gonna keep doing that. All right, so let's see. I'm getting lots of morning. So, if you guys have any questions or anything, like I mentioned from the, that you've been asked, want to see or anything going on, feel free to ask some questions. Somebody said, let's see, Paul asked from Colorado, where did you pick up the Cushman from? So the Cushman, unfortunately, to answer some questions, is gone. We had a viewer that I stalled on the project. I have way too much stuff going on. And we had a viewer that hit me up and said, hey, would you sell the Cushman? I've been looking for a project. And I actually did like all the hard work on it. So I found that actually like a mile from here, there was an estate that my friend of mine, Jason, was helping with an estate of an old friend of his that collects Studebakers. And that gentleman, I was there picking, and he had passed away. And I found it in the weeds, and I pulled the Cushman out of the weeds. That's actually where we got this little car over here that you can see. Don't mind our heater, it's wintertime, it's like 20 degrees outside, so the heater's gonna run. But yeah, we got this this old car at that estate too that I have sitting under the shelf here. But that's where we got the Cushman from. So the Cushman unfortunately has left. I just had too many projects, and a Cushman scooter project was like very low on the list. So somebody wanted to finish it. I passed it along. If you count the labor I did on it, I definitely lost money, but at least it got to somebody that's going to do something with it. So good question. It says, what do we do if we win? So so if you win and we announce the winner on here, you need to email us, irontrapgarage@gmail.com, with your username, your name, and your address, of course, and then we will get with you. If it's within a week and we don't hear from you, we're going to pick a backup winner, and we will contact that person on here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pick backup winners. Why don't we do that? So if you're a winner or a backup winner, send us an email, irontrapgarage@gmail.com, and you can claim your prize, and then we'll get with you. So, answering questions. What are the plans for the new building you mentioned? So I am completely out of space. It's completely ridiculous. And I've been planning since we bought the property to build another building. So the plan is hopefully in the spring to build either a pole barn next to the shop or something on top of the shop. I'm kind of trying to work out financially what makes sense and space-wise and all that stuff. We're just in the planning stage. But I need to get some room to get finished done cars out of the working shop and also get some of the parts and stuff organized. Obviously, I buy and sell parts, so it'd be nice to get some racking put up in another building where we can have the stuff a little more organized. So we have local guys that stop by on Sunday service, and they have a shopping list of things they'd like to buy. And a lot of times I'm so unorganized that I can't really find their stuff that they want, and I want to help them out, but I just don't have it. So that is the goal, is eventually to get stuff organized so that somebody wants to come and shop for hot rod parts. We'll have an area that you can do that, and also I'll have some of my driving cars out of the working shop. So good question. When are you going to start the raffle tickets for the cars? So the 39 Ford, we talked about how we were going to raffle. I kind of said it probably prematurely, but the problem we're having right now, and I'm not saying we're not going to do it, but there is some legality issues in Pennsylvania with the Gaming Commission, and technically if we're playing by the rules and we're above board, we really can't raffle a car for profit, so to speak. You can only do it if you partner with a charity, so that's the problem we're working with now. I need to kind of dig into it a little more, but that could be a definite issue, so we may do something else that's also fun. Like I was thinking about doing a trade option, where maybe we put something up and people send me trades of what they'd like to trade, and maybe somebody can get the car for anything. It could be something ridiculous. It could be another dog that we can have. Moon would like that. Moon, would you like another dog? Yeah. Swamp property, who knows? So we're trying to think of a fun way to do something with this car, but the Gaming Commission stuff is a big deal, and legit, if we do that and there's an issue with it and we get hit by the Gaming Commission, I could lose everything I own. So we may have to go another option with that. I need to kind of get some legal help with that stuff to check on it, but it's a little, I probably said it a little prematurely. So yeah, blah blah blah, new building. What's going on with Andy's tea, or Andrew? So Andrew found girls and stopped coming over, and we had to sell his project because he was no longer driven to work on it, and he's not here with us anymore. He works at Walmart, I think, now. So just young kid, just finding his way, and this was probably a little overwhelming for him. So his car is gone, unfortunately. Any old nailhead? Do you still have the Model A truck? I do not. We had a local viewer that actually bought the AA truck. So that is gone again. I can't keep them all. We sold that. I made a couple bucks, and it's on to a new owner. Nailheads. I don't have any nailhead projects planned, but Mike's been gathering nailhead parts for his someday hot rod build. Merry Christmas. Somebody asked that we all know you work at Eastwood, so what do you do there? So I do basically marketing is the random term you could say, but I do a little bit of everything. But influencer marketing, so I work with other YouTube channels and sponsorships. I obviously do a little bit of stuff on camera and things like that. So that's kind of my role there. I've been with Eastwood for 11 years, I think, in February. So it's been quite a while. Place to hang out in Fresno, thank you. Blurry, Matt, hard to see. Asking if Kate's going to be the owner of the Sweetheart Roadster when it's done, now that I have so many cars.
It's going to be too wild for me to drive, so no.
It'll be very nice. So Kate's, we might teach Kate how to drive an old hot rod on something that's not as nice before she drives that one, but I would love for her to drive that. Just picked up a Lincoln Zephyr 4-door, awesome. Do you have all the parts required to put the Ardent Flatty together, or are you still looking for parts? So I'll bring you guys over to see us. Come on in. So we have most of the parts. So over here is some of my little stuff. So we did a video tearing the 59AB apart. I got this kick-ass old chrome oil pan. That's our 59AB block that I have torn down with a cam. Obviously I have the heads and the blower. I have a crank over here that I just got back from the crank grinder. So I got a 4-inch, what do you think, Ben? I got a 4-inch Mercury crank that I got ground and from a local old school crank grinder, so that is good. Basically, I just sent my magneto. I have this really neat, it's from like a Simca or a French flathead. It's a right angle drive for one of those flatheads from, I think it's from a French flathead from Europe. Has a Ford script, but I have that with a Vertex. I took that over to Mason Racing Ignitions. Pat Mason is like the best in the country for doing magnetos and old school aftermarket ignition stuff. So I took that stuff over to him like a week or, yeah, it was like last weekend. I was driving to 34 last weekend, which is really crazy because it's like 24 degrees right now and snow on the ground. So I drove that over. So once I get that back from Pat Mason, the ignition stuff, basically I just need to order an intake manifold for the Arden. H&H sells the Austin intake, which is O-ringed and is unmachined. And then we can basically take a trip up to Ron to drop all the stuff off to get him to build the Arden. We talked with Ron when I first spoke with him on the phone, and we're going to try and do a little video when we go there to drop the stuff off to kind of just get a quick rundown of what happens or what's required to do an Arden conversion. And then of course when he's done the build, we're going to come down and kind of do a longer length video of running the engine and you know, a little spotlight on some of his stuff in his shop. If you guys aren't familiar with him, his work and shop is incredible. He has a lot of really neat stuff. I cannot wait. So yeah, I have most of the stuff needed. It's just kind of a matter of getting all the parts together, and then I'm going to take them over. I have a set of old Jans 3 5/16 pistons that are, I believe, new old stock that I have for this. I have some 8BA rods that we're going to be using with those pistons and the 4-inch crank, which is kind of like the hot setup. And then I believe Ron grinds his own crank or has it ground. So, or I'm sorry, cam. So we're pretty much, I got most of the stuff. We just got to get it over to him and let him do his magic. I'm just trying to do as much as I can ahead of time so that like we could save some of the time and monotonous work for him, like getting the crank ground and him taking the engine apart. We can do all that stuff. So really excited, but might take him up to like a year to do the engine because he's obviously in demand. He's one of the only guys that's doing the Arden stuff. So that's going to take some time. So we're going to get all that to him, and then you probably won't see a lot of updates on the car for a little while until we get all that done. So yeah, that's where that's at. That's a great question. Check the comments. Do you see anything?
They come in and out really quickly, so.
All right, so. Oh my God, we got a lot of questions. Where would you recommend finding a decent planishing hammer? Seems like the decent ones go for a premium and the new ones just use an air hammer. Pretty much all of the planishing hammers that are like of pro quality that are being sold are going to be a premium because it is a premium product. So Tin Man is one. If you do a search on Instagram, Tin Man sells a reproduction or a modern version of the CP style planishing hammer that is supposedly incredible. I have a I have a pile of CP hoops and some dies. I've been meaning to contact them to get just the head section because that's really all I need. I've just been slacking on it. But with all the stuff I'm doing on the Street Roadster, I probably need to get one. I have two vintage ones, which are like, I want to call off brands. They work okay, but honestly, they don't hit as hard as a CP would. So you're gonna have to do that. Trick Tools is also another one that sells like the Pro Line ones. There's a couple people that sell them, but all the really good planishing hammers come at a premium. The ones that use the air hammers, while they do work, they don't work as well as a premium one. It's just how it is, like anything. So, good question. What's up, buddy? So, hey. Somebody asked what was the turning point that got me into traditional hot rods. So pretty much since I was young, I admired hot rods in my area. Old cars are pretty popular, and you see them all over the place. Driving around, there's a lot of car shows, and there's an antique car museum right down the street, Boyertown Auto Museum, which is really good. So you always see old cars driving around with the car shows and stuff like that. So I always liked that stuff. I just couldn't like afford it, or thought I couldn't afford it when I was younger. And then when I started working for Eastwood, I got to start traveling a little bit, and I got intertwined with the hot rod and custom stuff a lot more. And I started to learn, some of these tricks, and got exposed to some more of this stuff. And then I really just took the jump one day. One thing that I will remember is, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or so, I was out west with, we were visiting Chip Foose's shop, and we took a little, if anybody's been to Chip's shop, right down the street, there's a little corner like sandwich shop type thing where a lot of the guys go to have lunch, and it's kind of like you'll see neat cars pull in there because it's right in an area where there's a lot of hot rod shops. And there was a heavy metal flake, red heavy metal flake, Model A coupe. I think it was Model A or 32. I can't remember anymore. I think it was Model A that was just hammered to the ground, real heavy metal flake, like a red candy metal flake. They pulled it in. The guy was just getting lunch. He shit, I gotta get a slammed Model A coupe. I'm gonna sell a bunch of stuff that I had going on with other types of cars and stuff, and just make the jump. So that was like 10 years ago. I did that, and then I kind of just flipped the switch and sold like all kinds of old German stuff I was messing with, and just went all in on the early American stuff. And once you get intertwined with this, like we talk about in the video, once you start buying and selling and hunting for this stuff, you get in the mix of it, and the stuff gets a lot more affordable. And now it's not a big deal to get this crazy stuff because I have a lot of stuff to buy, sell, trade, and it was just making that jump. So that was a turning point for me with this stuff. Let's see. Hey, Kate. Mark Saunders said that. How's the 2020 challenge? Mike and I just shot the last 2020 update. It's actually kind of funny. I wasn't really trying all year just because I was so busy with other stuff and chasing random cars I was trying to pick up. And it's pretty cool. So that video is coming out, I don't know, maybe next week or something like that. We filmed that already, and kind of just a wrap up for the year, which will be is really good. So we're going to be doing that video, an update of basically what happened, where we ended up for the end of the year. Technically, I'm actually doing better than what the video says, because since we filmed the video, I've sold like another, I don't know, $1,500 worth of stuff. So I kicked Mike's ass is kind of the clip notes of it. Let's see. Kate would look great in a 58 Corvette. She would. That is a nice car. Any history updates on the DeLorean 32 Roadster? Yeah, I found, I don't have any history updates, but we did get, and we don't have a way to show it on camera, but Ron's son, who is who we bought the 32 from in Detroit, we pulled it out. He found 2 photos when cleaning out his dad's stuff of the car right when he bought it. Back in like 54, and we got 2 new photos of the car. So I have those photos that we're kind of saving for the next video, and I'm trying to get a hold of George DeLorean so we get some more info about the engine he built. I've been getting some email correspondence back and forth with Jack that is really great and getting more information. So we will do a little update on that car. We're trying to get some more info on it. Put 44 wheels on the DeLorean car. Make that mock-up look pretty. We may do that. When are we going to start on your dad's coupe? So basically, I just got the glass. It's sitting over on the side. And Justin and I started working on getting the glass fit. We have the windshield frame here, actually, that we pulled all apart. And we have to get going on that. So hopefully this week, I'm going to get most of the glass installed. Once the glass is installed in this car, we can actually put this thing away in storage, and so we could put my dad's coupe in here and start kicking ass on that. So I'm going to be starting on really soon. I've gathered a bunch of parts for the car. We have a gas tank and a bunch of other stuff. I got some drop axles on the wall that we're going to go through and find and get the thing dropped. So doing pretty good. We'll get started on that really soon. When are you planning on painting the 39 Merc? Painting it? It needs a lot more than paint. So the 39 Mercury is outside just rotting away further. So I haven't even gotten around to that car. That's kind of like the long term, maybe after the Sweetheart Roadsters, like on the home stretch, we'll start on that. But I can't have 2 or 3 like major, like cut a car in half type projects right now. So the Sweetheart Roadsters are a major one. The other projects are kind of like sub rails, floors, blast paint type thing. Let's see, how much snow do you guys get? I don't know. What do you think?
10, it's about a foot.
Yeah, something like that. Worse than the snow is the cold. It's been like, this is like February type cold we're getting, where it's like single digits at night, which is where we live is kind of unusual. We usually get it in like January, February, but like to get it around Christmas is kind of crappy. So I've had the heat blasting for days and it's kind of crazy. Blah, blah, blah. Any plans on hitting up any events in Ontario, Canada when COVID is done? I would love to go hit up some events in Canada. Who knows with the way the world is. I know with the border restrictions, that might be quite a while.
And you don't have a pass.
I just gotta get my passport renewed. So, walk us through how you would build a shoebox Ford. Shoebox Ford, I actually really like the Valley Customs shoeboxes that they did that were like sectioned and I think they were channeled too. Sectioned 50 Fords that were unchopped. They looked really, really cool with like radius wheel wells and stuff. Like something like that would be really, really sick. So I do keep an eye out. I actually would love to have a convertible 50 Ford and customize it. That's kind of one of the ones if I ever someday might get to. So I would do definitely a custom with that and put some kind of early overhead valve engine in it and do that kind of stuff. But someday maybe, but not anytime soon. Are there any other YouTube channels you like or recommend? I don't really watch a lot of YouTube because I am like literally always in the shop. But one that is definitely relevant, This Old Hot Rod, if you guys haven't found that, I met him at Carlisle. He was actually just like a couple spaces down vending from where Pete and I were set up, and he is a really great guy. We talked a bunch, and he is in it for the right reasons. He's really into the stuff. So check him out. He's been building a 34 Ford that is kick-ass, and that's probably like, as far as the stuff that I'm into, like that's the channel that's really focusing on that. Also, Speed and Culture has a channel that they've been working on getting some videos up that they're doing a great job. Old Yankee has a channel that they occasionally are working on putting some stuff up that are all sponsors of the channel. They're putting videos up on there. And then I'm trying to think of anybody else that is, Dead End Magazine. They're a California clothing brand that I've been a fan of for a number of years. Dead End does some, if you guys haven't seen them, they're like short, kind of just beauty shots with really kick-ass editing and music of lowriders and customs that they do. And it's not so much as often of videos as what we do here, but those guys do a really nice job, and the videos are really enjoyable with the way it's edited and the music. So Dead End Magazine's a really good one. They make some neat clothing, and if you're into the custom lowrider thing, those guys are killing it as far as those videos go, so definitely check them out. So that's a couple little things, but literally I watch YouTube channels, like other than my day job where like I'll check out a channel to kind of research for sponsorship. I don't do a lot. So what's up, Matt? Can't wait for you to finish your sign with Ben. So yeah, there's a little hint. We are our friend Ben Selman is a very talented tattoo artist, sign painter, all-around good guy. He just built this kick-ass new shop. He's our friend that actually hand-painted the dash on 3T. He's been doing some neat vintage signs, like with LED neon. So Cody at Traditional Metalcraft, he did a sign for him, and I was just like, that is amazing. So I asked him to work on making a new Irontrap neon. It is going to be replacing the golf sign in the back. I know people are going to get mad, but it's going to be worth it. Ben's been working on it for a little while, but with building the new house and shop, he's gotten a little delayed on it. But he sent me a couple of like spy shots, and it's going to be really, really neat. But he won't show me anything else till it's done, so I can't wait to see it. So hopefully in the spring we get some updates on that, of what's going on. Let's see. Somebody said about the Eastwood code, the ITG15 code. It does work, but if you're trying to use it on an item that's on sale or is not available for discount, it won't work. But it does work because people have used it just like a day or two ago. Whatever happened to Pile House? I sold that ages ago. Come on, catch up. That was like 3 years ago. yes, that truck went. It was just one of those things I started building years ago, and I lost interest because I got so into the earlier stuff that I kind of lost interest on that build. It got sold and probably has been passed on 7 times. Honestly, that truck was like a prop truck because we were building it at Eastwood. I was building it, but we were kind of shooting individual videos, and everything was like 3/4 done on the truck, so it was kind of like not the way I would build a vehicle. So, Tom Maxfield, hey Tom, you guys planning a Cali trip this winter? Probably not. As we've talked about, everything's shut down. They canceled Turlock, so really I can't make a trip to California just to like drive around and look at closed up things and no car events. So we're not going to make the trip this year. I'm really bummed out. What are the green panels above the garage door? Eddie's asking us that. What's up, Eddie? Come on, buddy. So.
This is the only way we can get him to pay attention. That's it.
So the panels up there, it may be kind of hard to see. I don't know if you guys can see. Those are fiberglass Model T T-bucket body sides. So those are off an old drag car. Somebody had clued me in on those sitting at an antique shop in the York, Pennsylvania area. And when I was the early, probably the first time I visited the Schroll estate, actually, I was out there and I stopped to see them to visit the estate. Somebody told me about there was some T-bucket sides out there. So unfortunately, an antique dealer there got this as a full T-bucket body, and he freaking cut the thing into pieces. And this was all that was left. So I saved them from the antique store. I have them hung up, but they were off an old T-bucket drag car, which is probably was really cool back in the day. So that, I just have them hung up for decoration. They are pretty neat. So.
I also saw a question about who the lumberjack was, and it's this guy.
Moon is the lumberjack. He's got 2 jackets on because it's really cold out. So we keep him warm because he's got short hair and he's a baby. So
right.
Yeah, go ahead. I know, you're excited. The Schroll 32, we got some videos coming out next week. We got the frame all blasted, and I've been working on getting rid of all of this. So I've already filmed the video, but I cut off all the excess BS on the frame, and we're pretty much down to the stuff that we're going to keep. We're going to be progressing pretty quickly on that because really it doesn't need a lot. So I'm just going to be cleaning up stuff, and then we're going to be priming, painting the frame, cleaning and painting the suspension. I'm trying to get this thing a roller really quick. Just last night, I was tired of tripping over the engine on this thing, and I put the olds out of the Schroll car up for a fire sale price. So if you guys are following my Instagram, I do that occasionally. For our sales Instagram, it's Irontrap Finds, F-I-N-D-S. I put that up there for like $500 for that J2 Olds engine. I know that's like too cheap, but I was tired of looking at it. So somebody grabbed that like really quick, and they're picking it up next week. Happy to see it leave and get used and out of our way. We have another Olds engine over here for the Schroll 32. So I got this 324 Olds engine that was out of a running car. You could see it was like, I think, a restored car, or it was redone. So we have this engine that I'm going to be putting in. I have, yesterday I was going through all the LaSalle transmissions that came with the DeLorean Roadster. And yeah, I got one there. There's a bunch back there. So I actually cleaned up and went through one for the Schroll car, and then I got some other ones stashed back there. But I have a trans set aside. I got the engine. So once we get the frame all painted and as a roller again, we can test fit the engine back in there, get that all done, and get the holes drilled and all that stuff, which will be really, really, really awesome. Yeah, check the comments. What time is it?
10:30.
Oh, we got 15 minutes. So, what's the rarest part you have in your collection? That's it. Kate is probably the rarest part I have in my collection. She's one of a kind, and she is dear to my heart. But if you're talking about car parts, the rarest thing I have, oh, and sure, a cat. We're gonna name the cat. We haven't named him yet. This is our mummy cat from the Schroll estate. We found the mummy cat. I kept him. So he lives back there. But this right here is the rarest thing I have. I have zero information on it. I think it's one of a kind. This is a Marshman Supercharger Flathead intake. It is an original casting that's never been fully machined. The holes haven't been drilled. And we think it used like a Judson style because it was a local guys that made this to my area. This is a supercharger basically for a flathead, and it would have had the vanes and everything inside from a Judson style supercharger. We think it's missing the front nose right here, unfortunately. But I got this, and I got, oh God. And I got this from the same estate locally. So this is one of the original Hillborn flathead intakes. It's actually numbered. I forget where the number is on it. I don't remember, but the number's on it. But I tracked down who originally had this. You could actually contact Hillborn, and they have all the records. And this was, I think, in Virginia, a hydroplane boat racer had ordered that one. So I got those two things. They're some of the most rare, but that Marshman intake is definitely the rarest I have. No one knows anything about it. All we know is that the Marshman family ran and promoted a local dirt track at Sanatoga. It was Sanatoga Speedway, and they actually, the father was one of the, I think, ran and promoted at that speedway, and then his son actually raced at Indy and died from some injuries from that. And from what I understand from some local dirt racing historians around here, they actually made some speed equipment back in the day, so we're pretty sure that was made by them, but I have zero info. There's no records or anything that gives us any information about that, so really, really cool. Would love to make it work, but it's just one of those like really far back type things. So, try and read the comments. I know Mike's responding to some of them. Hi, blah, blah, blah. Happened to the Model T truck. It was a Model A. We sold a double A. We sold it. We'll be doing more trucks next year. I want to find a shop truck, like a 32 pickup. I got this engine, if you guys didn't see it, on our southern trip from Brian down from North Carolina. His dad was a flathead engine builder. And I bought this and a bunch of other stuff from Brian's dad's collection. He was nice enough to let us, him and his mother were nice enough to let us dig around. And I bought this beauty. It's a 37, 21 stud with an original McCullough supercharger kit that's, I think, a 38 or 39, 1938-39 kit on a 37 flathead. Engine turns over by hand. This would be awesome in a 32 pickup shop truck to just run around. Won't make the most power, but man, it'll look awesome. So that is the dream. Someday, maybe. I have lots of dreams of vehicles, but I got enough to work on right now. So that's not happening anytime soon, hopefully. Thanks for the 49 Plymouth bumpers. Got them from you guys at Fall Carlisle. Levi. Yeah, those bumpers were, I think, like ridiculously cheap. I left this, so anybody that clued in on the neat story for this. I got all those bumpers in the Ringo's auction in New Jersey. And I got a killer deal, and I made a ton of money off that auction, which you'll see in the 2020 update. I had these bumpers that I took to Carlisle, and I bought so much stuff at Carlisle that I literally couldn't fit everything back in my truck to drive home. I bought more than I sold at Carlisle. So I had these Plymouth bumpers left, and I left them with Pete and said, the first guy that looks at these things, he's taking them. Whatever he'll give you price, just make them leave. They owe me nothing. I don't want to take them. And I believe Levi showed up, and Pete told me the story. I don't fully know, but he said the guy showed up, didn't really have the money for them, or didn't want to pay what they normally go for, and Pete gave them to him like I instructed him for, like literally like this the steal at price. But I'm happy somebody's got them, is getting to use them, because that's what this is all about. So I'm glad you're getting to use them. You're welcome. This old hot rod is great. Yeah, Mike's doing a great job with that channel, so definitely check him out. He's a good guy, and he's doing, he's really into this stuff for the right reason. Doing exactly like we're doing. I love it. Love your style. Thank you. Let's see. Identification items on flathead engines. Watch our flathead video. I gave a lot of that out. You ever refer back to old hot rod magazines for ideas of your builds? Always. Kate can tell you what. At nighttime, I'm pretty much reading old hot rod magazines. That check all my emails and stuff. But almost every night, I'm looking at old hot rod magazine to look for ideas. Never been to the swap meet in Stafford. I'd like to go. How about selling me that 32 grill insert next to the PA tires sign under the heater? Why would I do that? Because then I wouldn't have it. No, that's not for sale. Love watching Irontrap Garage. Thank you. Besides Hop Up, what are other older hot rod mags you would recommend? So, Rodding and Restyling is a really good one. It's a little book that they made a ton of. That's a really good one. Carcraft, Rod and Custom was a little book. The early ones were really good. Pretty much like any of the little books are really awesome. They're fun to chase. There's a bunch of like custom cars. There was all these little like one-off titles that were only around for a handful of years. That are let's see. There was a couple of ones I can't remember right now. But yeah, those are all good ones. Anything that's a little book's gonna be good. Do you still drive the meat truck often? So not as much as I would like. I thought I had the meat truck sold. It was supposed to go back to Dillsburg, and they pretty much said they were going to buy it for months, and then their funding went away for them to buy the truck, so I still own it. So now I'm at the point where I need to probably either update some stuff on the truck, or just put it up for sale and make it leave. I kind of outgrew the truck. I take it to swap meets, but now I've run out of space, and I still have to bring my like modern truck, so it kind of kills the idea of using it for swap meet vehicles. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. The truck owes me nothing, so to speak, because I spent the money years ago. But I may sell it. I'm very picky with who I'm going to sell it to. I don't want somebody that's going to cut it up or repaint it. I just kind of want to, it should stay kind of as is, and that's a tough thing to do. Who knows? People have been pushing me to put the blown Hemi in it, which would be really ridiculous, but I don't know. How do you stay motivated on each project? I'm on my first build. All the old timers say you will start and never finish. The biggest thing in it is, and I say it in a lot of my videos, small victories. Don't get run down with the scope of the project. Try and get a little thing done each time you work on it, and it makes it so much easier to keep moving. So for me, just the way my brain works, I can't focus. I'm just ADD with car projects. I need to have a bunch of projects because I get run down on, like, say, the Sweetheart Roadster. I'm doing all this custom metal fab work, and sometimes it just is taxing on my brain. So it's nice to go to like the Schroll 32, or just cutting brackets off and kind of doing basic repairs. And then when I get bored with that and I want to do something challenging, I do that. So for me, that's how I do it. But small victories. Just if you get out in the shop at least once a week or once a day or whatever, and just get something small done, whether it's cleaning a part or something. Just keep moving in forward motion. It'll help you get things done. Don't expect to get the whole project done like on TV and in a 30-minute show. So let's see. Have you ever considered putting a barrel stove in the shop? I know space is at a premium. I'm like super weird about that. I'm really scared about having an open flame type like wood fire or something like that in the shop, because I've seen some shops burn down, and I'm just really weird with that. So I'd rather pay the high propane heating bill, which I know has its dangers too, but like a wood-fired stove is just not something I really want to do. It just scares me a little bit, so I haven't done that. Let's see. Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, man. So yeah, again, Mike from This Old Hot Rod. Mike's doing good things, so definitely subscribe to his channel and hook him up. Let's see. Sorry, I'm reading all these. I sold the 30 truck. Somebody else asked. Are you an oval track race fan? I love like local dirt track, circle track history and stuff like that, but like I don't collect all over the country. If it's local history, I do like that stuff and collect it. So yeah, that's good. Got 5 minutes until we're doing our drawing for our giveaway. What's your preferred gauge sheet metal for floor pans? Usually 18 gauge, sometimes 16 gauge, depending on the project. Who is the other helper that sometimes fills in? So I have a bunch of really great friends that help me out in the shop. Jason from New Jersey is a good friend that helps me out regularly. George lives in Harrisburg area and comes and helps me out. That's another good friend that comes occasionally. My buddy Justin lives down the street and he comes occasionally. Mike obviously helps. So like right now I don't have any like employees or official helpers. It's just a bunch of friends that as they get time they come and help me, which is really nice of them, but it's just hard to find somebody that can dedicate the time and also keep up with my nonsense, which is probably the harder problem. Have you ever messed with Pontiac Street 8s? No. I don't have any info on those. Are you gonna get slippers for driving the free T that match the interior? I may have to, but the clutch is super stiff in that car, so I think I have to wear sneakers. But if you wear Vans, they actually fit in pretty well, and that'll work well. But I do need to like wear like clean sneakers when driving that thing.
You don't own clean sneakers.
Yeah, I gotta get clean sneakers. Let's see. Caddy project. I would love to have a caddy. 59 caddies are like so sick. And after we were out west and visiting that stash in the Pacific Northwest, I really would love to have a caddy. But that's a big project. So somebody asked what we're giving away. We're going to go back over all that, but if you didn't watch the video and comment on the video from like a couple weeks ago, you're not entered, so you're not going to get it. So a bunch of more questions. So we're going to do some giveaways really quick. We're going to pick some random people to give stuff away. Mike's going to pick the winners on here, and he's going to respond to your comments. So if you hear that, Mike, just respond to some random people and tell them they're winners. They commented today. So I'm going to grab some stuff. So, we had some leftovers of these from the video from when I went to Illinois, and we had a lot of people interested in these. So these are original Ford Flathead pistons in the Ford box that are great for display. So we're going to give one of these each away, and then I'm also going to give away this cool little Atlas spark plugs thing from 1963. So it's just neat wall hangers for you guys. I figured that's stuff that anybody can use, whether you have a project or not. They're niche shelf items. Take them, sell them for your 2021 challenge, whatever you want to do. So Mike's going to pick 3 random people that commented in today's video, and he's going to at you. So make sure you have your notifications turned on if you see that. Mike commented to you, and we're going to pick winners and give them away. And we're going to give each of these away regardless of who you are. You didn't have to enter. You got something cool. So we have 3 people that win that stuff. And let's see. 2 minutes. Where do you find the estate sale info? I never seem to find any with much car stuff. You just have to search. We go over this a lot in videos. The stuff's not obvious. If it was obvious, everybody would be doing it. So you have to search. You have to look at photos. You have to read every description on estate sales, because occasionally there's something that'll say like assorted car parts. And you have to just go to the estate sale and know that you're going to strike out. I go to like tons of auctions at estate sales that we don't do videos on, that I go and I literally spend all day standing around in the cold, and I come home and Kate goes, "What'd you get?" And I go, "A cup of coffee." That was it. So sometimes you go stand around in the cold all day, and I literally don't buy a single thing. And stuff was either expensive or, wasn't what you expected, whatever. So. Usually
it's the days that I don't go with him.
Yeah, then I don't get anything. But when Kate goes with me, I usually score big. Let's see. Mike, what's your PayPal so I can send you a bribe? And yes, somebody said I'm as... Andrew Hansen said, Matt seems as pumped as the winners will be. I am very pumped. I love doing this. I'm very thankful for everybody that watches and is excited about the channel and everything we do. This literally started out as just a fun thing we wanted to do, and it's grown over time. And from day one, I've wanted this to be a no BS type channel, no fake drama, no fake anything, just literally If I was watching a YouTube channel, what would I want to see? I'd want to see digging around and finding neat old stuff, building old cars, the stories, all that stuff, and I think that's what we put together, and hopefully...
And dogs.
And dogs. Everybody loves dogs. Moon is the king. If you want to send those Flathead Pistons back to Illinois, I'm your guy. That's great. So Mike's picking some winners in there. Got a bunch of people from overseas. What's going on? The DeLorean Roadster run. We see some videos coming out on that. I mentioned a little early in the video. I just recently got 2 more old photos of it.
It should be called Back to the Roadster.
That would be funny. Cool. Thank you. All right, so we are ready. Let me get up my little thing here. Mike set me up with this comment picker thing. So I'm going to go over what you guys are winning. So I have some of the stuff laid out that you guys can see. So number 1, we're throwing in, we just got these. So for 2021, we're doing Irontrap Garage calendars. So we had a lot of people ask for these. So what we did is put some of our favorite photos from 2020, moments that happened. And we have these available right on our merch site. It's irontrapgarage.bigcartel.com. Mike can drop it in there. It's also on the bottom of every video. So this is a calendar with some of our favorite cars and videos and stuff from 2021. And you guys can, if you want to support, they're $15. We're going to be giving away to the top 3 winners. We're going to be throwing one of these in for each winner. So that's why I wanted to mention these. Also a soft sell, but there's Moon. Everybody wanted a Moon photo. Moon with a flathead. What else could you ask for? Pete and I racing. That's a really cool photo. I love that. Me and the COVID coupe. The 33. The AA. As found. That beautiful 32 when we were out in Michigan that we got to drive around in. Of course, the buried Cadillac in the pond. DeLorean Roadster. And then just a couple of favorite photos. So again, we have these available if you want to purchase one. If you're not a winner, you can purchase one. We have a limited supply of these. We're only doing literally 1 run of these, so we're not reordering like the t-shirts and stuff. We did back orders. Literally, we did 1 batch of these, and that's it. We're just going to order them, sell a batch of them, and that's done. So if you want one, buy one. They're only probably, I would imagine, would sell out pretty quickly. So, all right, so what we're giving away. So I'm just going to run over it. First place, the biggest stuff. We'll just go over the biggest stuff. I'm throwing some stuff in, but you'll get surprised with that. So Stuart Warner, number 1, we got our gauges in from Stuart Warner. So this, as promised, first place is getting the Stuart Warner wings gauges. Full set, never used. Really tough for me not to put these on the shelf for myself, but first place is getting a full set of brand new Stuart Warner wings gauges, which is just fantastic. So I have some of the, I'll just grab a random one. So these are the old original Stuart Warners here, wings gauges. So they made some Stuart Warner gauges that are pretty similar. They have the crescent needle on them. This is a different one, but they made those wings gauges, which are really cool. And if you don't want to fiddle with rebuilding old gauges and spending a ton of money. So you're getting Stuart Warner wings gauge is a full setup. Gilmore, we've been doing a bunch of stuff with the Gilmore Museum. Keep an eye out in the spring. We got some like ridiculously cool videos we filmed at Gilmore right in the fall. That was like a ton of fun. The Gilmore Museum, if you guys are not familiar, out in Michigan, in Hickory Corners, Michigan, they are located. They are doing a pair of tickets and free lunch that's on that. So they're doing a pair of tickets to get in for next year. So you can go anytime in 2021 to the Gilmore. Shout out to Josh at the Gilmore Museum hooking us up with that stuff. He was very helpful with that. So you're getting a free entry into the Gilmore, which gets you like a full day in there, and you're getting free lunch, which is really great. So Speed and Culture, their first place is getting a 1-year subscription, and you're getting shirt and stickers from them. Cheater Slick Culture, they're doing shirts and trucker hat. Rod and Style is giving a t-shirt. Eastwood Company, obviously I'm involved with Eastwood. They're doing a Contour SCT, so I got my I got my beat up used one extra here just for you guys to see, and a banner for your shop. And then us, Irontrap Garage, we're giving you some random junk from mail call, not junk, but just leftover stuff from mail call that I couldn't fit on the walls or whatever. We're giving you a hoodie, a beanie, and a calendar. Second place, you get a Gilmore t-shirt. You're getting Speed and Culture back issues and stickers. You're getting Cheater, Slick Culture, Rod and Style t-shirts. Eastwood, you're getting a screw buster. So I use this screw buster in like every other video. But this little tool you put on your air hammer, and you are able to take out like stuck flathead screws where Phillips said it works phenomenal. So you're getting that from Eastwood. And in us, Irontrap, you're getting a shirt and a beanie. Third place, you're getting a Gilmore. And Josh, I need a shirt and a coffee cup. I'm a little jealous here. So you're getting a Gilmore coffee cup from Gilmore Museum. And let's see here. Speed and Culture, they're giving a shirt and some stickers. Cheater Slick Culture, a t-shirt. Ron Style t-shirt. Eastwood banner from Eastwood. Irontrap Garage shirt. Oh, and I forgot. First place is also getting from Old Yankee. They're doing a product of your choice, but if you want a spring set from them, they're offering that up as well. I don't have one of those here. With the USPS kind of failing lately, our spring that we had for the 46 is in limbo somewhere. Not their fault, just USPS has been dropping the ball because they're so busy, unfortunately. So that is all that stuff, plus more. I'm going to throw some stuff in as I see fit. Let's see here. So
The dog is not included.
no, you don't get Moon. Moon is special. He is our burden. All right, so I'm gonna do this here. And notice my iPad's broken because I was climbing on to hang something and I fell and stepped on my iPad. So let's see where this is at. So we're gonna pick our winners here. So start. All right, so this is third place, Eric Brown. So that is our third place winner, Eric Brown. You are, look at our dog treats him.
I know.
All right, so Eric Brown, you are third place winner. All right, we're gonna pick backup third place winner. So this is backup. We're gonna send you a sticker pack. Travis Johnson, so that is backup. Travis Johnson, you are our backup third place. Also send us an email, both of you, at irontrapgarage@gmail.com. You're a backup, and if the first guy doesn't respond, you are a backup, but otherwise you're still going to get a sticker pack for fun. All right, so this is second place. Second place winner is David Ingalls. David Ingalls, you are our second place winner. So make sure you email us at irontrapgarage@gmail.com. All right, next winner. This is backup for second place. Bob Gaylord. Bob, you are our second place backup winner. You're going to get a sticker pack, or if the other person defaults, you are our second place winner, but you're going to get a sticker pack. All right, this is our first place winner. First place, Graham Perkaski. Sorry if I butchered your last name. Graham is our first place winner. You win the Stuart Warner gauges, the subscription, all the good stuff. You are winning. You are the winner. So email us, irontrapgarage@gmail.com. Last person, this is our backup for first place. We're going to send you a sticker pack and some extra goodies just as a consolation prize. So backup winner is Chuck McCartney. You are our backup winner for first place. So everyone that won, send us an email, irontrapgarage@gmail.com. Thank you, everybody that followed along, commented, heckled us, whatever, throughout the whole year. It's been a ton of fun. We have a ton of really great stuff planned for 2021 between working on some of these builds. We got some really great traveling and picking adventures already lined up. We have some driving type adventures that we're going to be doing throughout 2021. And as I'm sure you all feel the same way, fingers crossed, that everything gets resolved kind of in the world and we are back up and running for events and car shows and travel eases up a little bit so we can put out some more of this amazing content that we've been doing, and it's just been a ton of fun for us. We can't thank you guys enough. It's just been fantastic, and yeah, it's humbling everybody that jumped on the live and commented ahead of this. So that's all we have. Moon's ready to go inside and be in the warmth. He's pretty much done. So thank you guys for following along. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Again, if you're a winner, anybody that's a winner, irontrapgarage@gmail.com, and our big cartel, irontrapgarage.bigcartel. You can find the calendar. If you guys want to go out, grab one of the 2021 calendars, $15, you can grab a calendar and have some Iron Trap Garage calendar on your wall. So thank you guys, appreciate it. Catch you later.